Alrighty folks, we're back with another back to school video. Don't get too excited here. I mean, you're going back to school. I mean, I'm going back to school too, but it's alright. Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. Today, I'm going to be filming another back to school video, as you can tell from the title, all that type of stuff. Today's video is going to be all about college essentials. Alright, that was way too vague. Today's video is going to be about all the school supplies that you need as a college student, because I'm going to be honest with you and say that you aren't given a school supplies list in college, which kind of sucked, honestly, because I was like, well, what kind of school supplies do I need here? Like, this is a totally different ballgame than high school. The weird thing is you don't even need half of the things that you had in high school for college, so you need about half of the supplies you had in high school plus a few extra things. So I'm here to inform you guys about the supplies that you actually need in college, because that's just what I'm here for. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. You know the drill. But with that being said, let's just hop right into this video. Alright, I'm going to start off with my personal favorite school supply, and the one that I think is such a necessity, and it is a planner. I have talked about planners insanely a lot on my channel. I don't even know if that's a sentence, insanely a lot. I've talked about planners a lot on my channel. And this one in specific is from the brand UB. I think it is adorable. And I know some of you guys are like, okay, I've never used a planner before. In high school, I would just know things at the top of my mind, and I'd be like, oh, I have this due on Wednesday, and I would just always keep it at the top of my mind. But trust me, in college, it don't work like that. You have to write down everything, because you don't have class every single day. Some days, you know, your class schedule's different. So it's important to get yourself a planner to write down all your due dates, because your professors do not tell you when things are due. It's up to your own responsibility, because in college, you're just a whole new individual. So get yourself a planner. This one is so cute, and it's totally me. It's pink and sparkly. You can get it at like Target. I love it. It's so cute, and it's like the perfect size. It's just a little planner, and like I said, it's from the brand UB. And what I love about this brand too is that if you buy something from them, they also donate to a U.S. classroom in need. And I just think that that's such a cool concept. Plus, this planner is not only adorable, but you're helping out other kids in need, so I love it. The next school supply that is for sure an essential, and something you guys have all asked me about if you should get it and if it's worth getting or not, is a laptop. You definitely want to invest in a laptop in college. I know they're a lot of money and you don't want to spend that, but hey, use that grad money, you know, and get yourself a laptop. It doesn't have to be Apple, it could be Dell, whatever. Just make sure it's a good quality laptop and has a lot of storage on it, because you will probably use laptops in almost every single one of your classes, if not all of them, because trust me, you do not want to be going to the library and relying on those computers, because I hate to say it, but they're most likely pretty janky, I guess, depending upon what school you go to. It's just hard to rely on those laptops all the time, and they're not available 24/7, and they're not portable like a laptop is. The next school supply is kind of dependent upon how you want to stay organized. Personally, for me, I like to have a notebook, just a pretty average size notebook like this. This again is from the brand UB, but this is just a typical journal. And I like to write down my weekly to-do list and just things that I have to remember all in a journal, and then rip out the page and stick it in my planner. It's just personally how I like to stay organized. If you guys watched my college organizational video, then you know that this is one of my favorite ways to stay organized. So I just wanted to include this in a school supply, because I think it's a great way to stay on top of everything, especially in college. If you're confused about how you should stay organized, definitely get yourself a journal and just write down things that you need to do and just little reminders for yourself. The next essential is probably pretty obvious, and it is notebooks, but not any type of notebook. Thick notebooks. Like, I'm talking, you need to get yourself some thick notebooks, because especially for those classes that carry on over, such as a math or a science class, You're going to want to have all of your notes because I'm assuming the finals will be cumulative and include stuff from your prior semester. So getting a thick notebook will help you out a lot. Personally, I like these ones by the brand Mead or Med, I don't know. They're just these 5-star notebooks, and they have plastic covers on them, which is great because they don't tear easily and they keep your pages super protected as well. And I love how they have dividers. This is why I only get these notebooks, is because they come with dividers inside them already. So what I like to do is I used this one for my biology class. So unit 1 would be within like this red divider, and then unit 2 would be in this blue divider, etc. This notebook definitely helped me organize my notes and was very, very useful and extremely helpful. So I love this type of notebook. Along with notebooks, folders are definitely an essential. I know some people don't like to use folders and they just like to throw papers into the notebook that they're using for that class or whatever, but trust me, you get a lot of papers handed to you in college and you want to keep all those protected. So obviously a folder is going to do that, and try to get a durable folder. You don't want it getting all like smushed and stuff when you're going in and out of your backpack, because trust me, it'll ruin the papers like this. So make sure to get good quality folders as well as good quality notebooks like I said earlier. Next up, this might be a little weird, you probably haven't heard this before, but a mini whiteboard and whiteboard markers are gonna save your life. If you're a visual learner like me, then I think that this is an essential for college. This saved my life when it came to studying. If I was studying for like a biology test and I had to memorize the diagrams, I would draw out the diagrams on here and figure out where I messed up and stuff like that. Or for math problems, I would use this to help me solve math problems. It just turned out to be the most useful way for me to study. So pick up one of these if you don't have one already and you're a visual learner, because it'll honestly save your life. First semester, I didn't have one of these, so I never used it. But my friend had one and we would always study together using hers, and I was like, okay, this is actually super beneficial. So then I got one second semester. It's probably the most efficient way for me personally and all you visual learners out there to study. So get yourself one of these. I'm pretty sure they're like $5 to $10 at Target and they're totally worth it. The next school supply is a binder, and these obviously are essential for those dumb textbooks that come unbounded. It's literally the worst thing ever when your textbook is not bounded, so you have to just shove it in a binder like this. But that's the only reason why I got binders for college, was just for my textbooks like this, because they do take up a lot of space in your backpack, and having a binder for every single one of your classes and loose leaf paper was just not ideal for me. It wasn't my way of organizing, but if that's how you want to stay organized, then definitely go for it. But just realize that it does take up a lot of space in your backpack and your dorm room as well. And you're very limited on space, so probably not the best idea, but like I said, if that's how you organize, then go for it. The next school supply that's an essential are a good pair of glasses, because on the first day of school, you want to trick your professor into thinking you are a smart, intellectual, young human being. And with these, you can do that like this. So just get yourself a pair of glasses, toss them on, and boom, you're an A student, honey. That's all you need. I'm kidding, but honestly, I think it might be a move. Next up, a set of post-it notes is going to be essential in college. These ones are just from UB, and they're really like cute designs, so I love that. These will help you out so much when you're annotating, because in college you have to annotate books a lot, especially for like an English class, and if you rent them, you can't really write in them, so it's great to just annotate using these post-it notes. Or if you're studying for an exam, it's great to annotate the textbook in that chapter using post-it notes and kind of mark what areas are more important and what areas to pay attention to. So I love using post-it notes. Also, sticking them in my planner was a great way for me to stay organized and see what I had to do. I would always write to-do lists on little post-it notes and stick them in my planner, or stick them in my dorm room. They will definitely help you out when it comes to annotating and reminding yourself to do things. Personally, I would like stick them on my desk or stick them on my computer just to remind myself of very important things that I had to get done. Next up are colored pens. These are essential when it comes to note taking. For me, I'm more of like a physical note taker. I don't like to take notes on my computer. So I like to organize my notes using colored pens. It just helps me figure out what part of my notes are super important, what parts to look back on, and what things are like going to be on the test and stuff like that. So I like to use these because they help things pop out, obviously, of course, and I'll use different colors for different things such as vocabulary words, definitions, key concepts. So colored pens definitely became super useful for me in college. The last essentials are the most obvious ones ever, and it is mechanical pencils and black pens. Some teachers make you take tests in black pens, which I think is kind of weird. So it's always great to have black pens on hand, and pencils, of course. We all know you need pencils. Also, something I recommend would be to keep a pack of mechanical pencils inside your backpack. That way, if you're in a rush one morning or whatever and you forget to grab a couple pencils, you always have a backup set in your backpack. I know that happened to me a couple of times where I completely forgot pencils, and it was kind of embarrassing having to ask a classmate like, hey, can I borrow a pencil? Like, I totally felt like I was back in high school again, or like middle school. Make sure to bring your own so then you don't get stuck. And that wraps up my school supplies essentials video for college students. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe down below if you guys haven't already. And if you guys want to stay updated on my life, be sure to check out all my social media. I will have it on the screen as well as linked down below, along with the UB website, so you can check out some of their cute school supplies. And yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Dancing no more, making love to the beat, making love to the beat, making love.